You might have noticed that last section ended kind of weird. I looked up like this, and my son came in. He somehow managed to break a plate and slice open his finger. It's fairly wide, but not too deep. I told him to put some pressure on it, get the bleeding to stop, and I'll take another look at it. We'll bandage it up and see what it looks like in a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't need stitches, but that's always a possibility with a cut like that. It's just in that zone where it could need stitches, but he'd probably have a scar if he doesn't get stitches. But on the finger, it's not a big deal. I've got one myself. And how can I forget this one? This introduced me to this whole magnetic pack, whatever they call this thing. I love this. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 2. And this is one I'm going to take out of the wrapper here and show you. This thing is gorgeous. I don't know if you can appreciate just how beautiful this thing is. But it is shiny. Somehow it doesn't get fingerprints on it. The back. I didn't mind this. Again, another one that people were like, I was disappointed. I wasn't. I thought it was great. This thing sticks together magnetically. And then you just open it like that. And look at that picture. Look at that. Beautiful. And then you've got a disc there. And you've got another disc there. And you've got some more artwork. And some more artwork over here. And this thing is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful set. Or beautiful release. I really like it. And then I bought a couple others after that just because I like this magnetic case, whatever they're calling this thing. I haven't seen too many more movies that got released this way. I don't know why. I thought it was a really great idea. I think I've got most of the ones that they make, or at least a few of them, Gremlins and Ben-Hur and this one, but I'll put this up with my superhero movies. Now, I don't know if I have all of them, because it seems to me like I might have Superman Returns someplace. Seems like I own that movie, but you know, maybe I'm dreaming. Seems like I did though. Seems like I picked it up cheap someplace at one point, and I haven't found it yet. Well, hold on a second. Let me check something. Okay, I managed to go off and check, and I do own Superman Returns. I just don't know where it is. And those are the ones that are hitting me right now. I think I also have Spider-Man, the original one, someplace. These are DVDs that may still be downstairs. I've got probably 3/4 of all my stuff up here, and then another quarter, or maybe it's 2/3 and a third or something, downstairs where the kids watch stuff. And some of the DVDs didn't make it up just because they were DVDs, and some did. It's just kind of haphazard, I guess, in how I did it. I should gather up all the superhero things. I think I gathered up the ones I really liked, and I don't mind Superman Returns. There's another one. I didn't think Brendan Ruth was that bad. By the way, he's pretty good as Adam, or he will be the Atom, I guess. He is now, I suppose, on Arrow. Another great television show, and I own Arrow. Arrow's here too someplace. I've got 3 seasons of Arrow, but they're up there on the shelf, and I'm not going to grab them. Well, hold on. Okay, I did fetch a couple other things. I was going to just edit this video, but I'm not going to bother for the 20 seconds of distraction. I think it'll be all right. I do have Arrow, the first season. Picked it up used for like $15, FYE. Ditto for season 2. I don't own season 3. I don't know if that's out yet. If it is, I should get it. I haven't seen it, but these are the thicker ones too. I think they came out with a couple. This one's got the let's see now. What's this got the ultraviolet and the DVD and the Blu-ray. Yeah, this is the Blu-ray, DVD, and ultraviolet. And I think they also do make this one. Both of those are that. Both these are the thicker ones. They make thinner ones in this, I think, that just has the Blu-ray without the DVD. Pretty sure I've seen those, but I wanted both, so I have both. And the reason for both is the kids want to watch it. It's DVD. They don't have to worry if they scratch it or something. It's like, okay, whatever. But I don't like to have my Blu-rays compromised. And the other one I found that, you know, I don't know if this is a comic book guy, if not a superhero guy, but he's the enemies, the villains in this thing are so over the top that it's almost like a comic book dude. I'm talking about Dick Tracy. One of my favorites. Warren Beatty was great as Dick Tracy, I thought. And I thought it was a well done movie. It's not, you know, it's not Batman or Spider-Man, but I like Dick Tracy, and I like this version of it. So that brings me to a couple, 3 big boys. So hold on one second. Let me grab this. Way up top. Start with this one, and then I'll grab the other 2. Pardon my back. I may have to edit that. I'll have to see how that one looks. This is, of course, the deluxe version of the Avengers. It has a book. It had a book with it, which I thought was pretty cool. Of course, it lights up. Really great look to that. Best Buy exclusive. Got this for $20. $19.99. I couldn't believe they were selling it for that. I think it normally sold for $50, $60. I don't know, whatever it went up for. Next, right behind me here, I'll grab this one. Oh, 2. First, I'll grab this one. Batman the movie. I have the other version somewhere, the DVD. This is the Blu-ray. I like the cover of the other one that shows Batman and Robin on it, but I have this to make up for it. Oh, throw my back out doing that. Here's, of course, the box set. Waited for this forever to come out in some form. I had some sort of bootleg DVD that I watched that was really kind of crappy, but I wanted to see these old ones. And then, of course, they started showing them on Nick at Night, and I watched some of those, but they're not as good quality as this. And those were pretty good quality, but this is just pristine. It's amazing that they can get this thing looking this good, actually. And I remember this as a kid. I remember watching this as a kid, and man, it was a show to look forward to. It was on 2 nights a week, I guess. It was Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday, and then I think they moved it back to 1 night a week or something. I don't know. I can't remember anymore, but it was just a great show. And I really, really enjoyed it. I made a comment when I did the unboxing of this that there wasn't much on for a kid back then, and somebody reminded me of some of the stuff that was on, and some awesome stuff on back then. But Batman sticks out of all the things and there was a ton of stuff. I think there was Lost in Space, and oh man, he mentioned I don't know how many things. The Time Tunnel, that was one of my favorites. I remember that one. I loved the Time Tunnel. Just anything like that, I enjoyed. And he was right. You know, the Wild Wild West, which I thought was a pretty good show. There was a lot of stuff, actually, the more I thought about it. But the Batman just hit me. Okay, hold on. Let me get this other one that I've got to grab here. It's the last one, I think. And it's also the heaviest one. And, of course, it's in the worst possible spot. But I got it. This one is one of my prized possessions. It's the heaviest set I own. It is humongous, but it is exceptionally well done. And I'm talking about Smallville, the TV show. This is similar to the James Bond release that happened, but I think they did this one better. And on one of these days, I'm going to do a video on how to get the discs out of here so they don't scratch. I actually watched a video, and I've mastered the art of how to get these out of here. There is a trick, but I'm not going to do it right now. It would take a video to do it, to show you properly. But look at how they did this. This is just beautiful. Look at the artwork here. The cardboard. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. Thick pages. If you watch this series, this has got to bring back memories for you here. Lex Luthor and his dad over here. Beautiful. Look at that. Superman playing football. Or should I say Clark? Look at that picture right there. Oh my goodness, she's something else, that one. Lois Lane. Whew. Okay. That was Lois Lane, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Lois Lane. I had to think there who she was. But Okay, that's this half. I'll show you the other half. If you have never picked up this set and you were a fan of Smallville, they've released, I think, one of the seasons on Blu-ray. I think there was a problem with being able to release all of them. I don't know why, but there was. But these look great. I mean, seriously, these look outstanding. And I for a while there, they had like the mini Justice League going on. This is from season 6. Season 7. Yeah, I got to show this one off. It's just so beautiful. Kal-El's sister, Supergirl. She could fly. They had a motto: no flights and no tights. She was hot too. She was like the running the Daily Planet, I think. Yeah, she was hot. They had some hot women on this show. Chloe. Yeah, this guy became Doomsday. Doomsday was kind of cheap, I thought. There's some good episodes here. Red Sun. That. Good stuff there from season 10. Lois and Clark. And then we end it there. Wonderful, wonderful. I can't say enough about this box set. And I've got to go through and watch this all over again. I have watched numerous episodes from it. I think I just want to start at one end and go right straight through and watch the whole thing again. It's just such a... I love the series. I don't know if you saw it or not. But I'd highly recommend it. I mean, to be able to have this thing go for 10 seasons and never put on a cape and yet still be Superman and should be able to show that whole growing up stuff that, to me, in the first Superman movie and in the comics and everywhere was just glossed over. Superboy got added a little bit. Well, they got added a lot, actually. But even in Superboy, he was Superman. He had the costume and everything. I just thought it was cool trying to hide it. Trying to not let people know what his powers were. And how do you hide that? And how do you make that believable? Certainly people suspected some things were going on, but how do you pull that off for 10 seasons, really? How do you, growing up close in a high school environment with your friends and stuff, how do you pull that off that you've got this ability? And there was no Superman at that point, and there was no superheroes, of course, in this version. Though there were some people who got powers as a result of the meteor storm that happened when Kal-El crashed. And then you also get this with it. This is a fairly thick pamphlet of stuff. Well, two things. One is the episode guide, which is really cool. And look at the back there. That'll look familiar. That's from obviously one of the last episodes. I think the last episode, actually. Lots of pictures in this. And every single one of the episodes now has a description. So if there's one you're looking for and you can't remember which is the one I wanted, it's got that in it. Drawings on how they did some of the episodes. Really nice stuff. This series started out the first season anyway, maybe the first two, but certainly the first season was like the bad guy of the week, the freak of the week, I think they called it. And then eventually it started to become more character driven. I mean, there was always characters in it, but it started to piece together more threads, more of the Lex Luthor thread. And for my money, I can't think of his name, but the bald guy that played Lex Luthor was brilliant. Just brilliant. The other thing that came with this, along with the episode guide, is this copy of the Daily Planet. Superman saves the day. Just a blur. They call him the Blur for season or two. You got comics on the back. You've got all sorts of articles inside. Some are about Superman. Some are not. Most of them allude in some way to Superman. You got LexCorp. You've got Lex Luthor for president article. Businessman Oliver Queen profiled. Just a lot of cool stuff inside of this. Like story of Aquaman, the Return of the Justice Society of America. Lots of cool stuff. Daily Planet. It's the October 15th, 2017 edition, in case you're wondering. Yeah, I know. But that's what it says. So really, really happy to have this set. It has a place of honor in my collection in that it's at the very top row up there. I put the Avengers on top of it, but because it's so darn heavy. I used to have it in the center up here, but I moved it to make room for all the superhero stuff. Keep some other box sets up high. But it is one of my most coveted possessions as far as DVDs and stuff go. Along with West Wing, the Batman thing behind me, and a few others. This one really, to me, is cool. And I got it for half price. I think it normally goes for $250 or $230 or something. I got it for half price at Best Buy. They matched an Amazon sale that was going on. And I think you can get it for $120 if you look around. Which I think is a great price really for 10 seasons for what it is. It's about $12 a season. I don't think it's bad for that series. You might be able to pick up the individual ones for less. I don't know. Well, anyway, guys, that's my overview. I'm going to piece this thing together. I'm going to check on my son. By now, he's put a Band-Aid on it and hopefully stop the bleeding. I'll take a look and see what's going on. Hopefully I don't have to go to the hospital. Do not want to do that tonight. We're supposed to get 8 inches of snow overnight. The last thing I want to do is spend a lot of that at the hospital, but it is what it is. All right, guys, take care, and give me some comments on this. What do you think of these movies? Do you have a favorite superhero movie? What is it? Do you not like the genre? Why not? Yeah, like those kind of questions. Any comments you want to make are always appreciated. All right, guys, till next time, take care.